Shalom, and welcome to the Books of the Prophets. We're in Isaiah chapter 38. So let's sit back and enjoy this reading. Isaiah 38, starting on verse 1. In those days, Hezekiah was sick and near death, and Yeshayahu the Nabai, the son of Amoz, came to him and said to him, Thus said Yahweh, put your house in order, for you are going to die and not live. And Hezekiah turned his face toward the wall and prayed to Yahweh. And he said, I pray, O Yahweh, please remember how I have walked before you in truth and with a perfect heart, and have done what is good in your eyes. And Hezekiah wept bitterly. And the word of Yahweh came to Yeshayahu, saying, Go and say to Hezekiah, Thus said Yahweh, the Elohim of David your father, I have heard your prayer, I have seen your tears. See, I am adding 15 years to your days. And out of the hand of the sovereign of Ashur I will deliver you and this city, and protect this city. And this is the sign that you from Yahweh to Yahweh, thus this word which he has spoken. See, I bring a shadow on the sundial, which has gone down with the sun on the sundial of Ahaz, 10 degrees backward, and the sun returned 10 degrees on the dial by which he had gone down. This is the writing of Hezekiah, sovereign of Yehudah, when he had been sick and had recovered from his sickness. 10. I said, I am to go into the gates of the grave in the prime of my life. Shall I be deprived of the rest of my years? I said, I shall not see Yah in the land of the living. I shall no longer look on man with the inhabitants of the world. My dwelling is plucked up, taken from me, like a shepherd's tent. I have cut off my life like a weaver. He cuts me off from the loom. From day to night, you make an end of me. I composed myself until morning, like a lion. So I shattered all my bones. From day to night, you make an end of me. Like a swallow or a thrush, so I shattered. I moaned like a dove. My eyes look weakly on high. O Yahweh, I am oppressed. Undertake for me. What did I say? What do I say? For he has spoken to me, and he himself has acted. Softly I go all my years because of the bitterness of my being. O Yahweh, by these I live, and my spirit finds life in all of them. Restore me and make me live. See, for peace I had what was bitter, but you have lovingly delivered my being from the pit of corruption, for you have cast all my sins behind your back. For the grave does not thank you, nor death praise you. Those who go down to the pit do not watch your truth. The living, he is praising you, as I do this day. A father makes known the truth to his children. Yahweh, come to save me, and let us sing my songs with stringed instruments all the day of our life in the house of Yahweh. For Yeshayahu had said, let them take a cake of figs and apply it on the boil so that he lives. And Hezekiah asked, what is the sign that I go up to the house of Yahweh. Chapter 39. At the time of Merodach Baladan, son of Baladan, servant of Babel, sent letters and a present to Hezekiah, for he heard that he had been sick and had recovered, and Hezekiah was pleased with them, and showed them the house of his treasuries, the silver and gold, the spices and precious ointment, and all his armor, and all that was found among his treasures. There was not an object in the house or in all his rule that Hezekiah did not show him. And Yahoo, the Nabai, went to Solomon Hezekiah and said to him, "What did these men say, and from where did they come from to you?" And Hezekiah said, "They came to me from the distant land, from Babel." And he said, What have they seen in your house?" And Hezekiah said, "They have seen all that is in my house. There is not an object among my treasuries that I did not show them." So Yeshayahu said to Hezekiah, "Hear the word of Yahweh of hosts. See, the days are coming when all that is in your house and what your fathers have stored up until this day shall be taken away to Babel. Not a matter shall be left, declares Yahweh. And they shall take some of your sons who are born to you, whom you bring forth, and they shall be eunuchs in the place of the servant of Babel." And Hezekiah said to Yeshayahu, "The word of Yahweh which you have spoken is good." And he said, "Because there is peace and truth in my days." Chapter 40, verse 1. Comfort my people, says your Elohim. Speak to the heart of Jerusalem, and cry out to her that her hard service is completed, that her wickedness is pardoned, that she has received from the land of Yahweh, from the hand of Yahweh, double for all her sins. The voice of one crying in the wilderness, "Prepare the way of Yahweh, make straight in the desert a highway for our Elohim. Let every valley be raised, and every mountain and hill made low, and the steep ground shall become level, and the rough places smooth, and the esteem of Yahweh shall be revealed, and all flesh together shall see it. For the mouth of Yahweh has spoken." The voice said, "Cry out," and he said, "What do I cry?" All flesh is grass, and all its loveliness is like the flower in the field. Grass shall wither, and flower shall fade, when the ruach of Yahweh has blown on it. Truly the people of grass shall wither, and flower shall fade, but the word of our Elohim stands forever. You who bring good news to Zion, get up into the high mountains. You who bring good news to Jerusalem, lift up your voice with strength. Lift it up. Be not afraid. Say to the cities of Yehudah, "See your Elohim." 10. See the Adon Elohim. 10. See the Adon Yahweh comes with strength, and his arm rules for him. See, his reward is with him, and his recompense before him. He feeds his flock like a shepherd. He gathers the lambs with his arm. He carries them in his bosom, gently leading those who are with young. Who has measured the waters in the hollow of his hand, and measured the Shemayim with the seraph, and contained the dust of the earth in a measure, and weighted the mountains in scales and the hills in the balance? Who has meted out the ruach of Yahweh, or as the counselor taught him? With whom did he take counsel, and who instructed him, and taught him in the path of right ruling? Who taught him knowledge, and showed him the way of understanding? See, nations are as a drop in the bucket, and are reckoned as dust in the balance. See, he lifts up isles as fine dust, and Lebanon is not enough to burn, nor is peace enough for a burnt offering. For nations before him are there not, and they are reckoned by him as less than a speck, an emptiness. And to whom would you liken El, and what likeness would you compare to him? The workman molds a graven image, and the goldsmith overspreads it with gold, and the silversmith casts silver gems. 20. He who is too poor for such an offering chooses a tree that does not rot. He seeks for himself a skilled craftsman to prepare a carved image that does not totter. Did you not know? Have you not heard? Has it not been declared to you from the beginning? Have you not understood from the foundation of the earth? It is he who sits above the circle of the earth, and its inhabitants are like grasshoppers, who stretches out the Shemayim like a curtain, and spreads them out like a tent to dwell in. Who brings princes to naught shall make the rulers of the earth as emptiness. Hardly have they been planted, hardly have they been sown, hardly has their stock taken root in the earth, when he shall blow on them, and they wither, and the whirlwind takes them away like stubble. 25. And to whom then do you liken me, or am I compared, says the Kodesh one? Lift up your eyes on high and see. Who has created these? Who has it? He who is bringing out their host by number. He calls them all by name, by the greatness of his might and the strength of his power. Not one is missing. Why do you say, O Jacob, and speak, O Israel? My way is hidden from Yahweh, and my rights are overlooked by my Elohim. Do you not know? Have you not heard? The everlasting Elohim Yahweh, the creator of the ends of the earth, never faints nor is weary. His understanding is unsearchable. He gives power to the faint, and to those who have no might, he increases strength. 30. Even you shall faint and be weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who wait on Yahweh renew their strength. They raise up their wing like eagles. They run and are not weary. They walk and do not faint. Thank you for joining me with the reading of Isaiah in the book of prophets. We will again come together and read further in Isaiah, pick up where we left off. May Yah shine his light upon your path. May Yah lead you into his truth and righteousness. And may Yah give you his shalom in Yeshua's name. Amen. Shalom till next week. Thank you.